Yell at him.
I just got
What happened with all the people?
the people is not working well.
But you're the supervisor.
I know, but they are not working well.
Who was not working well?
My people.
Yell at him. Yell at him.
What's going on? You want to continue working here or not?
Now watch this. Isn't it amazing that in a system, who are all the people that are actually working? Raise your hand. Did you do exactly what you were told? How can somebody yell at you for doing exactly what you were told? How is it possible that you are getting yelled for exactly doing your job well?
I need to find an excuse.
You need to find it. The problem is not you people. The problem is the design of this system. Now let's talk about the design of the system, fair enough? Because you're going to design this next. Employees, are you like this work environment or not? From 1 to 10. Say 1.
What?
1. Enrique 1. Owners, are you happy? Where's the owners? Are you happy? From 1 to 10. Say 1.
He's very happy.
Oh, he's not happy. He's like 0 happy. Okay. He's not happy. This is not important. This exercise is not important. What is important for you to realize that when a system is broken, a system is not designed as it should. It makes no difference how hard you work in that system will cause you to fail. This system creates problems in society because now, watch this, all the employees did exactly what they were told, they're being yelled at. The supervisors did exactly what he was told or she was told, and they were yelled at. The plant manager was yelled at and one is fired, and the owners are both bankrupt. Whose fault? It's nobody's fault. It is the fault of the system that we designed. The system that we designed. Now, let's take it a little bit more technical. I put this in for you, and I want to see how this works. Employee morale. Employee morale means what? How you feel, you feel about your work. It was either a 0, a 0. Watch this, the relationship. Profitability was minus 7 million or minus 5 million. Throughput is 0. On-time delivery, percentage on-time delivery, 0. Cycle time. Cycle time is what? Cycle time is from the time you start something to the time you finish. You know, each of you, they followed a one part, the yellow part. Where are our advisors? Did you follow the yellow part? Yes. You put it in what minute? At 5 minutes, did it come out? Watch this. Cycle time was 4 minutes plus. That means from the time I started the Lego exercise, it took me 4 minutes. And watch this. How much inventory did you have on the system?
Number 1. Total?
Yeah.
28.
28?
228. Well, but it's the calculation.
Okay, no, 228.
Team 2 was 388.
380. This is material. This is people. 15 and 15. You know what you did? You took 288 or whatever it is, 228 and $388 worth of material. That means when I put 3 zeros or 4 zeros to it, you had $2 million and $3 million worth of material. You have things in your refrigerator, but you have no food to eat. You know how many people you have? 15 and 15. How is it possible that I put this level of resources into a system, yet on-time delivery that is 0, throughput that is 0, profitability that is minus, and employee morale that is negative? This is an exercise. This is a small exercise in class. I want you to go back to your country. Think of a system that behaves like this, where you have put so much of your resources into the system, but the system is not able to produce. Why? Not the fault of the people. Fault of who? Fault of who?
The system, the design.
The system. From now on, okay, let me tell you a little bit about the system, and then we're going to go on to the next exercise. You know what the system does to you? People that come out of prison have a certain behavior. Is that correct? Yes or no? Who created that behavior? Who created that behavior? That person going into prison did not have that behavior. The person coming out of the prison has that behavior. Who created that behavior? The prison. Let's talk about each society. We have different societies. I had the opportunity to travel over the last 4 or 5 years to either Mexico or to Brazil, because we have those two groups here. Maybe a total of, I don't know, how many times? 10, 15, 20 times. Guess what I observed? Tell me what I observed. Enrique and I were in Mexico, and we had to fly where? From Mexico City to somewhere. Remember one time where we had to stay that night? We had to make-
Oh, to Tabasco.
we have to go to the council. And I realized that his ticket was confirmed, because even though we got in, my ticket is not confirmed. They said, well, we can't get you. I said, I have something to do first thing in the morning. So I asked if they would move me, and I would pay the extra amount to put me in first class. And you can tell me how long it took and how many people we had to talk to.
We went around the entire airport.
I am willing to pay the full fare of a first class ticket. Why would it take me 3 hours to get that done?
The system.
The system, not the person. Not the person. To blame that person that says, go see this, and the other person says, go see this and go see this, that is not the problem. That person is not the problem. The problem is the system that does not allow an individual to make a decision, and the decision has to be go like that. All right? This is the problem. This is an example of what we all live with, whether, regardless of the country, what we live with. You say the United States is okay. We were this morning at Covenant Health, and I told him the following. You know, at hospitals in the United States, the profitability is less than 2%. By 2020, 1/3 of the hospitals are projected to close. Yet, when I go to the hospital and I come back after 1 day, you know how much my bill would be? $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. I'm paying $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for 1 day or 2 days at a hospital, yet this system is going bankrupt. Not the fault of the physician, not the fault of the nurse, not the fault of anybody. The system does not take care of the patient. this must go through your mind, that you cannot blame it. If you're going to change something, you have to change that system. Are we okay? Now, what was my measure? Throughput. What was my throughput? 0. I could have a measure of cost or profitability. That could be a measure. On-time delivery could be a measure. Cycle time could be a measure. Every one of these can be a measure of how the system performs. Similarly, just like I can take your temperature, whether you are in pain, whether you are in love, whether you are this, whether you are this. There are so many measures of how well you are doing. Similarly, the system has multiple different things, and you have to define which is the most important for you to be able to fix. What was wrong with the system? Tell me, what would you change? Because what we're going to teach you here is how to think through difficult processes. So now you see something. Before I show you the solution, which you're going to do in just a little bit of time, I want you to tell me what was wrong with the system.
Everything.
Everything? Who said everything? Not everything. The people were nice. What was wrong with the system?
The stations were too separate.
The layout.
Can I tell you this? You can put the station closer together. It's going to make this much of a difference, but not much more.
But the process is too easy. We can use a line of process.
You can. But before we say, first we have to figure out what is wrong with the system. I want you to tell me what is wrong. Before we come up with a solution, what's wrong? So the one was the system is too far away from each other, right? What was it? Somebody said something?
The batch production.
What does batch production mean?
I had to deliver 10 and no one by one. And that takes over.
And that's bad?
Yes,
Why is it bad?
because it's not flowing one piece.
But you do this every day. To do one thing at a time, I agree with you 100% that you're correct. But let me tell you why you don't do one thing at a time. Because it is too difficult to do one thing at a time. It is much easier to do a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of this. Because when we do a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of this, we only care about our own feelings and our own profitability, not our patients and not our customers. You're absolutely right. To make 100 hamburgers is not correct because nobody wants to eat hamburgers. Not everybody wants to eat hamburgers. So I make sure to make a hamburger, a cheese sandwich, a chicken sandwich, a hot dog, and so forth, a pizza and all that. If I was to serve the customer, but my God, it's too difficult. And because it is too difficult for us, and we don't want to take that effort, we make the system easy for our sake, yet we are very good at saying, but I care a lot about people. We really truly don't care. We only say, because it is fashionable to say that we care about people, when we are at work and we design the system and the way we work, we truly don't care about other people. You're supposed to disagree, by the way. You know that. Batch, this, what else? What else is wrong?
We only have one people on base and we need more because
Ah.
we
Not
have the
enough
same
people
pieces
in
and
stations.
it was on.
Can I change the wording for you a little bit? The system is not balanced. She's right. I have one base. I have one base. This base goes to this and this. So the system is not, so the stations are too far away. We are batch, and my system is not balanced. What else? Anything else? Help me. That's it. How did you come up with that analysis. You have to have some thinking, right? And that's what we're going to work on. So here's what I'm going to do. Enrique, do we have time for 2 or 3? We can go to
Two, I think we can take it in 1.5 hours. We just do 2.
No, but what we can do is we can just do one more exercise and move it all the way.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, all right.
total.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Because you've been here, I'm gonna give you a 10-minute break. Okay, please be back in 10 minutes. All right, now, when you come back, this team and this team will design your own system. I don't particularly care about what system you design at the end. I wanna know how you thought through designing that system. I want you to explain to me the thought process that went into your design. No, just not because I think it's close. I want you to explain to me. You gave me the problems, did you not? The stations are too far away. We have batch and balance. Those are the 3 problems. I want you to solve those 3 problems through the design and explain to me how you came up with the design. Are we okay? The team that wins, produces more, should be given more. Oh, so one group goes and the other group doesn't go? All right.
We'll see. No,
Huh?
we might not.
Oh, you have some surprise. Okay. But what we're gonna do is the team that wins, I want to reward. You're great at the end, I'm gonna make it easy. I'm not gonna yell to you as much as the team that loses. Fair enough? Because you're gonna make final presentations of your projects in industry. And when you present to me, Enrique, tell them how many people we made cry.
More than what they told.
We made a lot of people cry. Because culturally, many of you are not used to what? Somebody telling you that is awful. So you have to go round and round to indicate that it's not awful. It could be better, it could not be better, it could be the. No, we don't do that. I'm going to tell you exactly if you did a good job, I'm going to tell you you did a good job. And if you did an awful job, I'm going to tell you you did an awful job. So be prepared. Cultural shock. My wife tells me, that's awful. You're going to do the same thing. So I am going to be nicer to the team that wins. There's going to be less crying, okay? So take a 10-minute break. You come back immediately, disassemble your parts and put it back where they belong. And I want you to start, as a team, designing the system.